Jerry Lane Enterprises and Courtesy Motors present Paradise, Louisiana. With Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Demco. First South Farm Credit. Pro Drive Outboards. H&E Equipment Services, an equipment company run by equipment people. And Rouse's Markets. You're either local or you're not.
Jason, I didn't mention Don Dubuque's trip he did before he left. He went with Perry Barris. Perry Barris is one of the 10th Marine team members. He's been sending us reports for years. We've been trying to get over there with him. He was the first one I know that was reporting catching a lot of bass in Bayou Bienvenue, catching bass on live shrimp, on plastic. And Don made a trip with him last week, low water and everything, but Perry Barris still starting. And
oh yeah, I got a bite. I'm getting bites. There it is. I think it's a keeper. Really big.
All right, we're finding a variety of sizes of speckled trout today. Mostly school trout, but they got some nice ones mixed in.
Typically when you're fishing under the birds, you're going to catch those small school trout, 12, 13 inch. You can fill the box up with it, but if you tend to go on the outside of the school trout, sometimes you'll pop off some big hammers, 16, 18 inch trout out of there, you know, so don't give up, you know. Sometimes you want to stick on the birds because when you don't have no tide running, it's a good opportunity for you to go ahead and put some fish in the box and go ahead and have a fish fry for the family. All right, today I'm fishing with matrix shad. It's a magneto. It's a clear bait. It's got a little glitter in it, and it's got that, if you can see in the camera, you can see that little purplish sheen in it. And when you're fishing in the clear water on a nice sunny day like this, a partly cloudy day, this bait here is one of the killer baits. On top of that is matrix shad lemonhead. Typically what I do is I'll use a 3/8 jig head and I'll go ahead and cast, count to 5. Usually it drops about a foot, 16 inches to a second, and then go ahead and start jigging.
All right, having fun with school trout. Got to get them out of kindergarten, though.
I mean, today I really wanted to go into the marsh today, but the thing was, like I said, we had low water and then the tide was falling, so then you got extra low water, so we wouldn't have been able to get in there. I'm not going to take the chance of getting stuck out there, you know. Best thing is to just go stay in about maybe a foot and a half of water and play it safe, try to put some fish in the boat. Okay, typically what I do is I'll get up in the marsh in about maybe 16 inches of water and look for the crystal clear water. That's the main key. Put the sun to your back. Wear some good polarized sunglasses. If you don't have a platform, you can use a good cooler to stand on. What you want to do is you want to put your trolling motor like on 2 and just trawl and then kill it and just drift. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll be right there in front of the boat. You won't see them, and then all of a sudden you see them and they'll spook them. So, yeah, it's typically hit or miss. You know, you'll see 10, you'll catch 1. If the water's definitely higher and the tide's falling good, I'll probably go ahead and fish in the marsh. As long as the water temperature, you know, permits. Because the cooler water temperature, the cooler the air is, you know, you typically want to fish the deeper water like we're doing right now. Right now, I think the trout are scattered because we're having these real cold fronts coming through. Water gets cold, and then today, I mean, we're in like 75, 78 degree weather right now. You know, so the fish probably are in deeper water. They're scattered. They're not schooling up. We got into some fishing on the birds over there in Lake Bourne, but typically I just fish like summertime right now. Yeah. That's what we're looking for right there. We covered a lot of ground today. We was fishing on the east side and the west side of Lake Bourne. We also tried to fish off Mr. Go, close to Violet. And we caught a couple of trout there, but they were small. Last week I caught a couple of nice trout out of there. Today, the tide, I mean, it was a good falling tide, but it was real early. It was real early and real short.
There were several baits that worked well today. One was this Mambo mullet. It's real tough for when you get into those school trout, and it's got a great action on the tail.
I think if we would have went yesterday, it's always yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And just like I caught a lot of fish last week. But all in all, I mean, a bad day fishing is always a good day.
If this warm to hot to cold weather's got you confused, don't feel alone. The fish are too.